Hi guys, welcome to another Elementor video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Oh, we got a great one for you today. We got some little social media icons over here and they're in fixed position, so when I scroll down the page, they're going to stay there at all times. And we've added a little hover effect to them. Nice little feature to have on your site. Really easy to do, no coding involved in this today at all. So let's go ahead and edit with Elementor. I've already got mine open here. I'm going to go over there and undo what I've got done. Okay, I've got that undone now, so I've just got a regular page here. I'm going to go ahead and create a new section. You can do it pretty much anywhere you want. I'm going to hit the little plus to add a new section there. I'm going to go down and grab some social media follow. And there they are, social icons right there. Left click and drag, drop them where you want them. And it's popped them in there, right there. Now it looks like they need to update their Twitter one there. Let's get rid of that. And we'll add a couple of our own. Let's add a new one. Click on the icon. Let's do LinkedIn perhaps. There we go. Insert it. Obviously put the URL of your LinkedIn page there. Now let's add one more. Perhaps Instagram. And obviously again, put your little URL in there. By default, they will have the default social media colors there. You can make them any color you want though. To change the color, just down underneath, you can hit custom, choose the color that you want to put in there. Just use a blue. And we're working on the Instagram one. As you can see, it's turned it blue. And if you want to change the color of the actual icon itself, you can do it here. Turn it to black. I'm quite happy with mine being white though. Fantastic. At the moment it's rounded, it's got rounded little corners there. You can have it perfectly square. Or you can have it circular. I quite like the circular ones personally. You can choose the amount of columns. At the moment we've got 4. I'm going to put them in one so they're stacked on top of each other. I want them on the left hand side there. Okay, well let's go over to our style tab now. I'm going to change the color of all of them to that blue by taking it off of official color and clicking on custom there. And let's just make them all similar sort of blue. That's great. Size wise, I'm fairly happy with the way they are. Padding is fine too. If you bring it up, it'll make them bigger or smaller. Space around the actual icon itself. Spacing's fine. Rows gap though, I want them a little further apart, perhaps something like that. And I'm not going to put a border on them. If you want to, you can put none, solid, double, dotted, dashed or grooved and choose a colour. Don't need a border radius because they're actually round at the moment. But let's change those icons colour on hover. So on hover, let's perhaps give it a different colour. Make it an orange maybe. And hover animation, you can have it grow, shrink, pulse, grow, pulse, shrink, and there's plenty of them. I'll just demo one of them. Let's have a pulse, and when I hover over it, it's going to change color and just pulse like that. That's going to get your attention pretty quickly. But of course, we don't want them sitting there in the middle of our page. I want them to be on the side. I want them to stay there at all times. So over in advanced, we've got position. I'm going to change it from default to fixed. And it's popped them up on the top left hand side there. There's a little note. Custom positioning is not considered best practice for responsive web design and should not be used too frequently. Well, if we were using a big text filled block or something like that, I'd agree with that. But for little icons and things like that, it's absolutely fine. But like I said, I don't want them on top. I want them about halfway down the page or maybe 40%. I'm happy with them to be on the left. You can put them on the bottom by hitting that if you want to, I'll leave them off the top, and I'm going to have a vertical offset. I'm going to change the pixels to a percentage, and I'm going to put them about 40% down the page. That's going to work for me right there. Obviously adjust yours to taste, and they're going to stay there. Now at the moment we're fine. They're going above everything that's on the page, which is essential. If they weren't, you'd want to give them a higher Z index if you had some problem. And anything that was going over the top, just make sure it's got a lower Z index. The way Z index works is anything with a higher number Z index will appear on top of anything with a lower number. So if this was going behind this section here, you could go into the section over to advanced and take its Z index down below whatever yours was. Great. I do want a little bit of offset from the side, maybe a few pixels. So I'm going to up this till I'm happy with it, perhaps about 5. That's going to work for me. And we should be good to go. So let's go down. I'm going to hit the little chevron. I'm going to save draft or publish if you're ready. And then we'll view it by hitting the little eyeball down there. And here we have it. We're going to roll down. And our little icons are staying there. Fantastic. All the way down the site. Perfect. And when we roll back up, obviously they'll stay there also. When we hover over them, they should have that little animation and change color. Perfect. Make sure this is going to work on tablet and mobile. I'm going to hit my F12 key. I'm using Google Chrome here. There we are on an iPhone 12. And again, they're staying there. Obviously, hover effects don't work. You have to tap on them to make them work with a tablet, but that's fine. And then tap on again, it'll take people to where you want to take them. That's fine. Let's check it out on an iPad. And there it is on an iPad. And you can adjust these settings if you need to change them around, make them bigger or smaller on an iPad. Just take that off. To adjust any settings, if we go back over here where I've got the page open, if you wanted them further up or down the page, little desktop looking icon there. If you click on it, you've got a tablet and a mobile icon. And you can click on these and have completely different values for the smaller one. For instance, if I click on this one, it'll take us to tablet view. If you wanted them further out from the side, you could do it there. And perhaps you wanted them further up the page, say 20%. You could do that there. And again, you can go to mobile view and readjust for mobile. If you wanted them smaller perhaps on the mobile, you could do that too. I'm actually quite happy with that on mobile. That works for me. And again, when you're happy, save your changes, save draft or publish if you're ready. And we're good to go again. And that's a great little feature to have on your site. Leaves your social media pages up there at all times and encourages people to click on them and perhaps follow you on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. This has been another in our series of Elementor for Beginners video, and you can find the link for that playlist down below. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.